Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and it's time to talk about Liberalio, our crazy jellyfish heretic girl. I just made a video about Nyuta. If you haven't watched that yet, make sure you check it out right after Nyuta. We're going to talk about which one is actually better. Liberalio's animations are kind of crazy, very unique. She's on all fours. She's taking a nap. She's in the fetal position slash assuming the position. I don't know, you can interpret her animations however you want. They're interesting. She also has a completely unique aiming reticle. She's mad that you woke her up. She's making waves, literally. Everybody thinks she should be a water element because she's kind of associated with water, but she's wind, okay? And I think the big question here is she going to be good against Kraken? That's what a lot of people are asking, as well as is she better than Nyuta? And is she going to be good with Black Shadow Scarlet? So let's go ahead and see what she does. So she is a burst 3 attacker with a sniper rifle, code WIN, ammo of 6, reload time 2 seconds, charge time 1.5, and deals 69% of attack as final damage. This is again kind of standard values. Nothing is really unusual here about her basic weapons. So let's see what her skills actually do. Skill 1, Calm Depths. Activates when entering full burst, affects self. Attack goes up 160% for 3 seconds. Great. So anytime she attacks with full burst, she just gives herself a big attack buff. Pretty dang good. Pretty good. Activates when landing full charge attacks on a target's core, affects self. Attack damage goes up 20% for 60 seconds. This is also really good. Also focused on attacking cores, similar to Nyuta. So they do have some synergy there. You can put them on the same team. But no matter what, that's just going to be great. You know, like a self-buffing for core damage on a sniper is excellent because obviously a sniper is going to be really good at hitting cores. Yeah, really, really good there. Activates when landing full charge attacks, affects the target, deals 40% of final attack as additional damage, activates 5 times. So this is interesting. It says activates 5 times. I think there's 2 ways to interpret this. One, that it could only happen 5 times in a whole battle. I don't think that's what that actually means, but in theory, that's possible. Sometimes the wording is a little bit weird with Nikke kits. Translations aren't always good. Sometimes they make mistakes. It's a thing. I think what this actually means is that's going to happen 5 times for every shot. So if she does a full charge attack, on any enemy, then 5 times she's going to deal 40% of final attack as additional damage, which if that's the case, that is a brutally powerful ability because that's going to happen anytime she attacks. I mean, that's crazy. On top of the attack buff that she's getting just by making sure she's attacking with full charge. And then it says activates when entering full burst. Affects one burst 3 ally with the lowest final attack. Charge speed goes up 12% of caster's charge speed for 10 seconds. Okay, this is kind of an interesting buff here. So it will only affect a burst 3 ally, okay? And it's only going to affect the lowest attack. So basically what this is saying is don't use more than 2 burst 3s in a formation with Liberalio, okay? Because if you throw on a 3rd burst 3, then you're going to have like issues of not knowing which one is going to buff, or you're going to have to like, you know, tune what kind of equipment your units have or whatever to make sure that the right one has higher attack. So basically this is just saying only use 2 burst 3 attackers or one other one with Liberalio. Who might that be? Probably Black Shadow Scarlet. Because even though she'll have a high attack value, it doesn't matter. She will be the one with the lowest attack value because it's other burst stage 3 ally. And she also really wants that charge speed up. So a 12% charge speed increase for Black Shadow Scarlet is going to be really nice. You could also, in theory, do this with anybody else, you know, like Alice or Red Hood or whatever. But I think the obvious one is Black Shadow Scarlet. Because they're both wind attackers and, you know, you're going to be focusing your wind damage on a wind weak enemy. So good. So far, skill 1 looking really strong. Okay. Skill 2. Strange Currents. So activates when landing full charge attacks. Again, same trigger. Affects self if enemy hit is the stage target. Okay, so if she's hitting a boss, she's specifically going to do different effects than if she's hitting a non-stage target. So if she's hitting a boss, it's called Raging Current. Attack damage up 230% continuously and removes Gentle Current. Okay, so huge attack damage continuously up. Okay, so when landing full charge attacks, so anytime she does full charge, attack damage up 230% continuously. That is kind of wild. And then effects when landing full charge attacks if the enemy is not a stage target, so any other random enemies, or in theory, any nikkes you're fighting in arena as well. Gentle Current, fixed charge time at 1 second continuously and dispels Raging Current. So basically, you can't have Raging Current and Gentle Current at the same time. That's all that's saying. You have to have one or the other. And this is going to give her a faster charge, okay? So instead of having a charge time of 1.5 seconds, she will have it of 1 second. So if you're shooting a lot of little guys that you need to take out quickly, great, you have a quicker charge. If you're doing one target that you have to focus on, you're going to deal way more damage. So these are really good intuitive kind of buffs that are going to work automatically for you. I think that is an excellent skill. And then it says activates at the start of the battle, affects self, gains immunity to increase charge speed effects continuously, and also gains immunity to decrease charge speed effects continuously. So her charge speed is fixed. So doing things like giving her the adjutant cube to increase her charge speed won't be relevant. Giving things like Alice to increase charge speed won't be relevant. She is going to be the charge speed buffer. She will not be able to increase or decrease her charge speed, which also means she is super beginner friendly because you don't really need to be manualing her, because quick charging on her is not going to trigger any of these full charge effects, which obviously you want to be triggering all these full charge effects, and you don't need to be worried about decreasing your charge speed. So you can just kind of let her do her thing, and it's going to be best case scenario no matter what. She's going to automatically deal more damage if she's fighting a boss, and she's going to charge faster if she's charging enemies. She's on auto mode, and that's great. She's going to be doing what she needs to do. Her burst is the standard 40-second cooldown. Submerged World, affects self, attack damage up 50% for 10 seconds. So just gives a big attack damage buff to herself, and affects all enemies, deals 925% of final attack as additional damage. And that final attack damage is after she already has the buff of attack damage up 50%. Really, really strong. I would say a lot more straightforward than Nayuta. There's kind of no wrong way to use her. Like I said, she's going to be good against like any scenario more or less, and you can just like leave her on auto and she's going to do her thing and probably deal massive damage. So, I have a feeling Nayuta will probably have potentially more longevity. The space for burst 3 attackers is definitely more crowded, and it only takes like another unit to kind of like outstat her, and potentially then she gets replaced, right? But we can say this about literally any other unit. It's not saying that Liberalio is bad at all. That's just like inherent to like how games work, right? Whereas Nayuta is going to have a little bit more future proofing, where as like triggering all these crazy supportive buffs, any other strong DPS that you want to use her with, she's going to help with that, right? That said, if you don't have a strong DPS, Liberalio is going to be better right now. So do I think Liberalio is going to be better than Black Shadow Scarlet? Probably not, but it's really hard to know how damage is going to come out. I think she is going to deal a ton of damage and will be a great team member for Black Shadow Scarlet. I would recommend getting one of both, which I know isn't really helpful. I think, she's basically probably the best thing to play with Black Shadow Scarlet now, and is also good synergy with Nayuta. So you could do like a crazy win team of all three of them, and that would probably be very, very effective. And then you don't have to feel guilty about not using Crown with Black Shadow Scarlet or something like that. I think she's good. I think she is very, very good. Let me know what your thoughts are on her. I don't think there's really any like particular secrets here. Again, she has a very straightforward kit, and I think she's just going to destroy anything that she shoots, more or less. So yeah, I am also making a Chime video, so check out that right after this. Also the Nayuta video if you haven't watched that already. Check out my community Discord in the description below, and I will be streaming for the anniversary as soon as maintenance ends as well. All right, catch you guys on stream and in the next video. Let's check out Chime.